Hello, my name is Robert Bosnak, and I will be giving a course on the Jung platform called Know Thyself. Now, know thyself is a very important adage in Western philosophy, and I want to make it as practical as possible because we are at the Jung platform here, and the Jung platform is always practical. So it was written over the temple of Apollo in Delphi. In Delphi, the oracle would speak to people, and one of the most important things she ever said was, know thyself. And what was meant at that time? At that time, what was meant that microcosm and macrocosm are the same thing. So that as we begin to explore the microcosm, we get to know the inner life of the cosmos. And then later it became more like know your soul. And that was Plato, and then it went on, and it went on into the direction of that we are connected to everything, that we are part of everything, and that, of course, is very strong in alchemy. When the alchemist talks to the metals and with the metals, then the metals are alive, and that is really a dialogue that is going on. So we are with the world, we're in the world, and with the world in an I-thou relationship. What happened then was that the church knew best, and Aristotle became the authority, and the Inquisition became the weapon. And so for a while we were in a state of authoritative and authority consciousness, and that is very similar to what I call habitual consciousness, where habitual consciousness is always defending itself against change. And then in the 17th century, what happened was that objective knowledge was born with Descartes, who separated the world into subject and object. And we began to no longer know the world by way of authority, but we began to know the world by way of experiment. And that lasted till somewhere in the 1920s, when the observer effect became known, and when it became known that when you observe something, thereby you change it. So now we are in yet another kind of consciousness. Consciousness that we're in right now is called emergent awareness, emergent consciousness. This emergent consciousness is that we are living in a very complex system that is continuously self-organizing, and that self-organization is emergent. Constantly new phenomena are emergent. So those are four ways of consciousness that I will explore, and I will explore it so that you can be practical about it, because you can see how your self-awareness is informed by all of these different states. And I will help you to feel these different states at the same time. And as you feel these different states at the same time, you get what I call kaleidoscopic self-awareness, where there are many different forms of awareness, many different attitudes happening at the same time. I hope you'll join me.